Everyone in our studio audience in Television City in Hollywood has a money stake in one of our famous couples. Rooting section number 1 has its money on Orson and Carolyn Bean. Rooting section number 2 is backing Warde Donovan and Phyllis Diller. And rooting section number 3 is betting on William Shatner and Marcy Lafferty as we play the game of celebrity gossip, TATTLETALES. And here's the star of TATTLETALES, Bert, Convey.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to TATTLETALES. Nice to have you all here today. As you know, our studio audience is divided up into 3 sections, each one rooting for one of our married couples up here. And every time one of our stars wins some money, it is divided among their rooting section. Now, we have 3 terrific couples today. Let's start right off by meeting the lady halves of those couples, shall we? On our left is Marcy, well, I want to say Lafferty, but I should really say Marcy Shatner, shouldn't I?
It doesn't matter. They're
Marcy,
all good.
It's nice to have you with us. In the middle is Phyllis Diller. And Carolyn Bean. It's nice to have you with us, too, Carolyn, Orson's lovely wife. We're going to close the door on you now so you can't see or hear what we're doing. We'll get right back to you in a moment. Bye, ladies. Now, to the fellas out here in front. Hello, men.
Hello.
Nice to have you all
half.
here. You're all, yeah, to the worst half. We've seen the better half. You all look terrific. Dressed, boy,
Do we?
snappy dresses.
Which one of us looks the best?
Never
of the
mind.
three?
That's not part of our game. The best part of our game is coming up, and we'll start in just a moment. Be right back.
What do we have back there for Donna? A beautiful living room set. It's a beautiful, elegant dining room set.
Beautiful modern furniture.
What do we have behind that curtain?
A new dining room set.
Beautiful patio furniture. Open up the curtain and show her what's back there. You have a beautiful living room set.
Let's make a deal. Furnishing the fun. Weeknights at 8 on Buzzer. Let's play.
Okay, we are back, ready for our first round of TATTLETALES. I have the fellas out here with me. Let's see how the ladies are doing in the rear. Ladies,
Yes.
how you doing in the rear?
Very well.
Okay, you've got your... Front ain't bad either. Okay, you've got your earphones on. We're going to pipe some music in there, and we'll be back to you in just a moment. We don't want you to hear what we're doing out here. Goodbye. Okay, fellas, you're up.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you questions now about your wives and your lives together.
Oh,
when you
mercy,
think,
I'm so nice.
when you think that you have an answer that she will recognize, tap that button in front of you, but you got to be quick because I'll only take the first response. Ready to go? Here we go. First question. It happened in a car. That's fast. All right, Warde. You were really fast with that. I thought I gave that question fast, but you're really fast. Have us...
Well, Phyllis has this magnificent 59 Rolls Royce, which is absolutely in mint condition. And I was at Gatsby's one night, and on the way home, Phyllis went with someone else, and I brought the Rolls home, and as I swung it into the carport, I smashed into the side pillar. So the thing that happened was that all this next week, I kept backing the car around to the front door so that that side wouldn't be seen when
And she wouldn't
Phyllis would
notice,
come
huh?
out and get in the car. You see. But one time, the last time, our daughter backed it out, drove it in the other way, and Phyllis saw it and said, what? My beautiful, beautiful Rolls. And that's the story.
And you had to confess. All right, now what we need from you now...
No, he hasn't to this day.
He didn't? Oh, I think he had. Yeah, I think he did. Now, maybe he didn't. Did you confess?
No,
Warde?
I had to get a complete new paint job.
What you had to do was fix it. That's what you had to do. All right, what we need from you now is a one-word clue that's worth $100 or a two-word clue that's worth $50.
Right. You are right.
What is it?
Rolls.
Okay, it happened in a car. It's all right. Okay, one-word clue. Let's bring on the ladies, shall we? Okay, ladies. We have asked the fellas a question. Don't give me the answer until we get into it, but here's the question. It happened in a car. Now, when you have an answer that you think your husband will recognize, sound that signal in front of you if you can match it from this clue. Now, here's the question. It happened in a car, and the clue is Rolls. All right, Phyllis. Phyllis, Warde just kissed you on the top of the head. Tell us about it, if you will.
Well, incidentally, first, I'd like my body back. I mean, you've had my head in the box long enough.
Oh, I didn't know what you meant there for a moment. Okay, would you like to tell us about that story, if you will?
You know, when you have a Rolls Royce, it means you've worked long and hard to get it, and you love it so much, and you take such good care of it. Well, one night, Warde had a couple of drinks. And,
Funny how some of the stories seem to start the same way, isn't it?
and he was going to put the rolls in the garage, and he missed the garage. And here's what he did. It was just one side that was clumbed. It was just completely clumbed. Clumbed. And so for about 2 weeks, every time he'd pick me up at the front door, he would back it in so that I got in.
That's what he said. That's the match we're looking for. And you're right for $100. Okay. Thank you, fellas. Ladies, we'll come back to you in a moment. Are you there? No, they're gone already. Okay, fellas, here we go. Next question. Ready? A sexy item of her wardrobe. Orson. You guys are sharp today.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fast. Tell us about it, Orson.
She made a dress, a skirt it was, out of blue denim with a slit that began at the bottom and ended at the top.
That's a big split.
We found guys walking along beside us at the same rate of speed, following along, not behind, not in the front, just looking at the side.
The question was, how can we ever forget a sexy item of her wardrobe? What are you going to use as a clue now? One word or a two-word clue?
Denim, you think, would do it? Slit. I think we got to go with 2 words. I don't think she's going to get it. Slit?
Whatever you think now.
I think denim.
Denim?
Try denim.
All right.
We'll take a chance, ladies. It's up
He's
to you.
going to take a chance on a one-word clue. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Bring in the ladies. All right, ladies, we have asked the fella a question. If you can match his answer from the clue, sound your signal. Here's the question. A sexy item of her wardrobe. And the clue is denim. Okay, Carolyn, you're in there. Tell us the story, if you will.
Well, Orson's a denim freak, so I'm not sure which item it is. But I think he's referring to the skirt that was slit way up the seam.
Yes, he is.
I was young and foolish in those days.
Very good. Okay, now, at this point in our game, Marcy and Bill have yet to score, but they will. Phyllis and Warde have $100, and Carolyn and Orson have $100. A tie for the lead there. All right. Now, we're going to play what we call a tattletale quickie. Each correct answer is worth $100 up here. I'm going to ask you the question, ladies, but don't answer it right at this moment, all right? Think it over. Here it is. Ladies, if you had to change your appearance and look like one of these 3 women, which would it be? Sophia Loren, Jackie Onassis, or Ally McGraw? If you had to change your appearance to look like one of these 3, who would it be? Sophia Loren, Jackie Onassis, or Ally McGraw? Now, we'll be back to you in just a moment. Goodbye. All right. Bill, what about Marcy? Which one of those 3 do you think she would pick if she had to?
That's a tough one because she admires all 3 of them, of course. But Jackie and
Ally McGraw or Sophia Loren?
I would say Jackie.
You'd say Jackie?
Yeah, it's a toughie.
It is a tough question.
Because Ally and Jackie are samey.
Yes. Okay, let's bring on Marcy. Marcy, now, if you had to change your appearance, which one of those ladies would it be? Sophia Loren, Jackie Onassis, or Ally McGraw?
Sophia Loren.
Oh. Tell her what you said, Bill.
I said Jackie.
Oh.
Well,
I admire her, but I'd rather look like Sophia.
Okay, no score there. Sorry, Marcy. Okay, Warde, how about Phyllis? Who would she like to look like of those 3?
No.
He knows. I think he has a feeling.
No, really, she loves Sophia, but I think that she would most like to be like Jackie.
Okay. Now, you know the question is if she had to change her appearance.
Well, you mean, yeah, to look
okay,
like.
I just
right,
want to be sure you
like.
understood. All right, let's bring on Phyllis and see how she feels about it. Phyllis, if you had to change your appearance, who would it be? Would it be Sophia, Jackie, or Ally?
I look like all 3 of them.
Nevertheless.
Ally.
I think we know our wives.
No, this is an interesting question, you see, how you see each other and how they see themselves. Tell her what you said, Warde.
Well, I said you'd like to look like Jackie because you both had the same kind of teeth. You've gotten yours straightened.
I'm sorry
And
about that.
Besides that, you like all that yachting.
You like it a yacht. Okay, sorry, Phyllis, don't score there. Okay, Orson, how about Carolyn? Which one do you think she'd like to look like?
Sophia Loren is one Roman that wasn't built in a day. I think that if Carolyn had a gun in her head and had to choose, they would be Sophia Loren.
Okay, bring on Carolyn, if you will. Carolyn, now, if you had to choose, which one of those three would it be? Sophia, Jackie, or Allie?
Sophia.
Yeah, that's what it said. $100.
Money, 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 money.
Okay. All right, it is now halftime. We're at the halfway mark. Marcy and Bill have yet to score. They will. Phyllis and Warde have $100, and Orson and Carolyn have $200. Fellas to the rear. Ladies, come on out. While we're turning around here, we're going to break away, but we'll be right back. Come back for more TATTLETALES, if you will. Come on out, ladies. Okay, we've made a switch here. We've got the ladies out in front. The fellas are in the back. Ladies, it's nice to have... Phyllis, you have something very interesting around your neck. What is that? It's,
Yes, well,
why
I
don't you show
thought
us that?
to be very loyal, I'd wear the CBS eye.
It's an eye. Look at that. She's wearing the seal right there for us.
Yes.
Let's see how the fellas are doing back there. Are they all tucked in? Hey, fellas, come on in. Say hello. No, they don't. I must remind you, at this point, our studio audience is, of course, sharing in the winnings of our celebrities up here. But if your rooting section is backing our winningest couple, we will add a bonus of $1,000. Okay, fellas. How you doing, fellas?
Nice.
Everybody back there ready to go?
Oh, yes.
Okay, we've got a good game going. We're halfway through. Let's go and see who's going to wrap it up. See you in a minute. Okay, ladies, I'm going to ask you some questions now about your husbands and your lives together. When you have an answer you think you'll recognize, sound the signal in front of you, but you got to be fast, because we'll only take the first one, all right? Here we go. First question. It happened at bedtime. Woo! Fast. Okay, Marcy, tell us the story, if you will.
Well, we have two Dobermans, and they are kind of funny dogs because one of them, the female, will not go to bed and will not let us go to bed till she's tucked in a quilt. Honest to goodness, a pink quilt on the floor, else she shivers all night long, and the big male snores all night long. So those are, let's see.
Okay, so now we need a one-word clue
Okay.
or a two-word clue that will give that story to Bill.
I think he'd get quilt.
Quilt.
Yeah.
Okay. Good clue. One-word clue. Let's bring in the
Let's
fellas.
hope.
Okay, fellas. We have asked the ladies a question. When you think you can recognize her answer from the clue, sound that signal in front of you. Here is the question. It happened at bedtime, and the clue is quilt. Quilt. Okay, Bill.
Yes.
All right, Bill, tell us about that, if you will. Speak, Bill. There was a little more to the story to that than that, Bill.
Cover me. Cover me with a quilt. Give me a cover, give me warmth. Vicious Dobermans protecting, patrolling the property. And we cover them every night.
That's what she said. There's the $100. Okay, thank you, Bill. We'll be back to you in a minute. Okay, next question, ladies. Are you ready? Same question. It happened at bedtime. Carolyn? Okay, Carolyn, you were first. Tell us about it.
Well, it happens almost every bedtime, as a matter of fact. Orson is a bath thief.
He's a what?
He's a bath thief.
A bath thief.
Yes.
That's hard to say, you know that?
Yes. You know, I always say, honey, are you ready to use the bathroom, or shall I go in and get ready for bed? And he says, no, I'm doing something. And I go in and I run a nice, warm bubble bath, and I'm all ready to step in, and I see him sitting in it. It happens all the time.
Okay, what would you use as a clue for that?
Bath? Okay, if
It
we
happened
lose,
at
it's your
bedtime.
fault. You lose the money.
And you want to go with a one-word clue, which is bath.
Bath.
All right, for $100. Let's bring on the fellas. Okay, fellas, we've asked the ladies a question. Here we go. Sound that signal if you recognize it. The question is the same question. It happened at bedtime, and the clue is bath. Orson. Okay, Orson, tell us about it if you will.
Suddenly it doesn't matter.
Carolyn always draws herself a beautiful steaming bubble bath. She likes to luxuriate in it, but inevitably something will happen, or one of the kids needs something, and she always goes out of the bathroom, and I slip into it. I'm a bath thief.
That's what she said for $100.
You always tell me one of the kids needs something.
I think it's my little bit for the energy crisis that we share the bath.
Yes, okay. Share the bath is now a new slogan. All right, at this point, Marcy and Bill have $100, Phyllis and Warde have $100, and Carolyn and Orson have $300. And we'll be back with more Tattletales right after this message.
Need your lawn mowed? There's a whammy for that. Want to walk the dog? There's a whammy for that. But if you want to win, there's no whammy for that. Press your luck. Weekdays at 1 on Buzzer.
Okay, we are back. Good game here today. We're going to play a Tattletale Quickie now. That means each correct answer is worth $100 for your rooting section. Fellas, I'm going to ask you the question. Don't give me the answer. Just think about it. Here we go. Gentlemen, for 500,000 tax-free dollars, would you be willing to be bald for the rest of your life? Now, by the way, there is an addendum to that. It says, on my card, it says, by the way, no toupees allowed. That means for $500,000 tax-free, would you be willing to be bald for the rest of your life? And we'll be back with the answer to that question. Okay. Let's get some answers here. Marcy, how about Bill? How would Bill feel about that, do you think?
Well, for 500,000 tax-free dollars, I'd be willing to be bald. So I think he'd say yes.
You think he'd say yes? Okay, let's see what he says. Bill?
Yes?
Now you've had a little time to think about that.
I've got a young wife, but let's not carry this thing too far.
For $500,000, would you be willing to be bald for the rest of your life, sir?
Yes.
That's what she said. $100. Okay. Phyllis, how about Warde? Would he be willing to be bald for the rest of his life if someone would hand him 500,000 tax-free dollars?
I think so, yes.
You'd say yes?
I think. He has a hair fetish, but I think for that kind of loot, I think he'd go.
Let's see what he says. Warde, how do you feel about that? If for $500,000, would you in fact go bald for the rest of your life?
My answer is no.
Okay, tell him what you said, Phyllis.
Well, the hair fetish is stronger than money.
Why? Why do you feel that way, Warde?
Well, I don't know. I just think that if one's lucky enough to have a lot of hair, that why go without it? I mean, what's money?
Well, you can buy hair.
That's a good answer. We'll buy that. No score there. I'm sorry. Okay, Carolyn, how about Orson?
I'm really stumped on this one.
It's a good question, isn't it?
You say no? I'm going to say yes.
You're going to say yes. Okay.
I think
Orson,
I made a terrible mistake.
Orson, all right, what would you do? For 500,000 tax-free dollars, would you go bald for the rest of your life?
I wouldn't do anything like that for money. No.
So the answer is no.
No. I don't care about the being bald part.
I'm sorry. No score there. Okay, let's go on for another quickie, shall we? Here it is. Fellas, I'm going to ask you the question. Don't give me the answer. Gentlemen, listen to this question, but don't give me the answer.
You said that.
I did say that. I just read it again. That's why. When there are disagreements between you, who gives in more often, you or your wife? Have you got that? When there are disagreements between you, who gives in more often, you or your wife? We'll be right back to you. Okay, Marcy, how about when you have a little tiff with Bill? You give in more often than he does?
Just a little more.
Okay.
But I do.
And you think that's what he'll say, too?
I think so.
Okay, worth $100. Here we go.
I think.
Let's bring in Bill. Bill, for $100 now, who gives in more when you two have a little argument?
Marcy's a feminist pig. She gives in.
That's what he said. That's what he said. $100. Okay. Thank you, Bill. Phyllis, how about Warde? Who gives in first when you have an argument?
Warde gives in first.
Warde gives in first. Let's bring him on and see if he agrees. Warde?
Yes.
Who gives in first when you guys have an argument?
I do.
That's what she said. $100. Carolyn, How about Orson? Who gives in first when you have an argument?
I do.
She says she does. Let's see if Orson agrees. Orson, who gives in first when you have an argument?
My wife.
That's what she said, $100.
Quite right, too.
Okay.
Because she's wrong.
All right. There's a signal. Time is up. That means our grand winners today are Carolyn and Orson Bean. All right. Carolyn and Orson, you have won $400. We'll add 1,000 to that for a total of $1,400.
Money to the people.
And we will be right back with more of Tattletales right after this message. Stick around. More to come.
It's the single reason the divorce rate in Hollywood is so high. Tattletales is next. Then he's the real deal. Join Money Hall for Let's Make a Deal. Stay tuned.
Okay, we had a close, terrific game today. Congratulations to Carolyn and Orson for winning. But now, Marcy and Bill and Phyllis and Warde, your rooting section gets $300 and $200 respectively. That's not bad either. Phyllis, tell us about where we can look for you next. Will you
Well, you can find me in April at Fort Lauderdale at a club called the Bachelors 3.
All right, we'll do that, won't we? We'll look for Phyllis in April, absolutely. Okay, that's all this time. See you next time on Tattletales. Bert Convey saying so long. Have a good time. Come back and see you.
This is Jack Clark speaking for Tattletales, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.